Hey everyone, it is Half High here, bringing another video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. In this video, we are just a few days from the Prestige Worldwide Download Celebration. That's right, Orbs and Stones, Orbs and Stones. This is going to be the final speculation video because, you know what, I just want to make another educated guess and try to see if I can predict Super Vegito and Buuhan. That's right, they're going to be coming. So with that, if you are new to my channel, like, subscribe, comment below, do all that good stuff, and always a shout out to DBZ Space and the Dokkan Wiki for info and images provided. So yeah, I did a previously, speculation prediction video, but I think this one right here would be my most educated guess, and we're really going to jump into it because we pretty much know 99.9% chance that it is going to be an LR Super Vegito and LR Buuhan. But we just kind of don't know what the type advantage is or what kind of how it's going to be presented to us, and I want to talk about it, right? I want to see if I can guess this. Like I've had a pretty good track record so far, and see how close I can get on the speculation here. So now, how do we know this? Well, another evidence is that the Super Vegito and the Transformation Buu, their Dokkan events are going to be updating on the 26th. So the 28th is the celebration. We also know the 28th is celebration because we do have a Dokkan Now special that's going to be happening Friday evening, and then probably an hour after this special, the banners should drop, the celebration should start, and they're keeping all this information pretty close to the vest, which is actually good. The hype is real, and it's getting pretty exciting there. So knowing that Super Vegito and Buuhan is going to be the Dual Dokkan Festival exclusive units, pretty sure it's going to be LR. Will they go back to TURs? Probably not. LR is kind of the new SSR TURs now, so they're going to probably stick with that. I guess the question then is, let's go ahead and look into what kind of Dokkan Festival exclusive LR it's going to be. If you look at all the Dokkan Festival exclusive LRs right now, it's pretty tidy right now. It's two of each type advantage, AGL, there's two AGLs, two techs, ints, etc, etc, and it can really be any type advantage if you're looking at it this way. However, I'm going to look at it in a multitude of different ways here, as usual, right? So the first thing I want to talk about is this unit going to be a base form that's different than to TUR and then to LR? For example, will it be a Super Buu and then possibly a Buccalo or a Buu Tanks and then a Buuhan, right? And then, for example, for the Super Vegito, is it going to be Goku and Vegeta, then base form Vegito, and then Super Vegito? I don't think so. Here's the reason why. If you look at the Dokkan Festival exclusive LRs, the majority of them, when you summon for them, is already the character it's going to be as an LR. For example, LR Super Saiyan 4 Goku. LR Super Saiyan 4 Goku, when you summon for him, is already Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Then he TURs into Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Then he LRs into Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Right? Same thing for every single other unit you see here. Perfect Cell, Vegito, Gogeta, the Beyond Blues. The only difference is the Dokkan Festival exclusive three of those units have the SSR different than the TUR and the LR, which is Gobros, Super Vegito, or Goku Vegeta, Super Vegito, and Super Gogeta, right? So if I'm going to use that as evidence that how this unit's actually going to look like or actually going to be developed here, then it's more likely that it's going to be like a Super Buu into a Buuhan and then stay as an LR Buuhan, right? That's more likely. Or it's just going to be Buuhan all the way through, right? You summon for an SSR Buuhan, then TURs into Buuhan, and then LRs as a Buuhan as well. Same thing for the Vegito. It's probably going to be a Goku Vegeta SSR, then Super Vegito, and then Super Vegito as LR, or Super Vegito all the way through. And this icon that everybody's talking about, this is going to be the LR art. It might not be the LR art. It might just be like a free-to-play SSR or maybe a free-to-play LR or something of that nature, and it could be just Super Vegito across the board, right? So it's going to be one or the other. It's not going to be base form SSR and then another form TUR and then another form LR. So it's going to be very similar to probably something like this, right? So that's what, generally speaking, is going to look like. And so at least we know kind of what the card art's probably going to be. And I'm leaning toward most likely just Super Vegeta all the way through and Buuhan all the way through, and the icon is something totally different. So I think the icon's really messing us all up. All right. Anyway, so now let's talk about the type advantages, right? So if you look at the type advantages here, it's all, like I said, all nice and tidy, unless you kind of split things apart. So here's how I split things apart here to make it seem like, okay, maybe they're missing a few things that they could, you know, make it one or the other. So if I split it apart between secondary leader skills, so the main leader skill is a category leader, and then the secondary leader skill is a type advantage secondary leader skill. The ones on the bottom are all dual category, right? Gogeta, Vegito, LR, Beyond Blue, and Go Bros, they're all dual category leaders. Everyone else on the top has a secondary type advantage leader, 120 or 90%. So here's then the question is, which side will they fall on? Will they fall on the top side or the bottom side? And I think that will help us understand more what the type advantages might actually be, because if it's on the top side, then it could be either tech, physical, or strength, right? Because there's only one of each on those there. But if it falls on the bottom section, it's only AGL and INT, right? If you're looking at trends, right? So if you're breaking it down that way. So if you look at also not only these things here, and by the way, just Go Bros is just kind of set on the side here because this is two of these tech category, dual category leaders, and just Go Bros has an amazing leader skill, just outside of the realm of all these other ones here. So, but let's go ahead and take a look at the 130 LRs. The 130 LRs, as you can see, there's not many physical 130 LRs, right? So that one's the lightest out of all of them, but AGL is the most, right? AGL has 4 LRs there. Now you do have to add the 3 special non-Dokkan Festival exclusive LRs in LR51, LR Gopunks, and LR Freeku, because those units there kind of fill up some spots. For example, Tech, Int, and Physical gains an additional spot here for, you know, basically another additional unit, but they're not 130 leads, right? So you got 170 leads and then 150 leads there, and so it's a lot different than the 130. So given that information, where do we see Super Vegito and Buuhan fall into as a type advantage? Well, if you look at Super Vegito, you do have 3 options. It looks like there's 2, but in a sense, the LR Super Vegito, the transformed state there, isn't a standalone card. You have to transform into it. So I don't really consider Goku and Vegeta a Super Vegito standalone, so that is an option that it can be a int unit as well. Over on the Buu side, AGL, Tech, and Physical are the ones that are there. So if you're thinking about, you know, if it's all tidy and the Dokkan Festival exclusive LRs, and it could be any one of those, then these are your options, right? Super Vegito is going to be either Tech, Int, Strength. Buuhan's going to be either AGL, Tech, or Physical. Now, if you think it's going to fall in the side of, if you think it's going to fall into the side of a dual category lead, kind of how I broke it apart, like I mentioned before, then you're really the only 2 options is AGL and Int. Well, the funny thing is Super Vegito and Buuhan, the AZA Super Vegito and Buuhans, they're AGL and Int. But if you just flip them, right? If you flip them, then you have dual category Super Int Vegito and then Extreme AGL Buuhan. So will they do something of this nature? I'm not sure, because if you start thinking about it, is Int Super Vegito isn't going to excite everybody because everyone feels like there's already an Int Super Vegito, but not a standalone Super Vegito, right? So they can still do it. And then the AGL version there, the AGL version, there's already 4 LRs that are AGL right now, and there's already still an Extreme AGL in Nappa as well. So I'm not too sure. I don't think it would fall here. So if I still think that they're either dual category, I might still switch it around and say, well, they're not going to then focus on, they're not just going to focus on the type advantages and keep that pattern. They're going to just, you know, make it free for all, and it's not going to follow any pattern. So if it's dual category, then we're going to say Super Int and AGL. But what I think is it's just going to be free for all, and I hope they follow in the footsteps of Go Bros in its leader skill. Because if they do that, then I'm going to predict it's going to look something like this. Super strength, extreme physical. So it will be Majin Buu Saga leader, Ki +4, attack 170%, HP and defense 150, with a secondary leader skill of 150 category across the board there. So if they can do something like this, this would be very, very exciting. Because if it's a +4 to Ki, attack 170 and HP defense 150 as a main leader, this would be very, very powerful, and I think a lot of people would be very happy with that leader skill. We'll see though, we'll see, because I think Majin Buu, I would make sense there'll be a Majin Power category as a secondary leader skill, because there's already a 170% Majin Power leader. And then a new category maybe for Buuhan. I don't know, absorption or something like that, as a new category. So be very interesting. So that is going to be my guess. Super Vegito, strength, LR, super strength, Super Vegito. And I'm just praying for a Majin Buu Saga category 170%. It doesn't have to be this, but this is where I'm going to be guessing here. And then extreme physical Buuhan. New category, Ki +4, attack 170, etc, etc, and then a secondary leader skill of 150. So I don't know. Tell me what you guys, what your thoughts are. Do you think I'm close, right, wrong, or will it be closer to maybe a dual category at 150 across the board? Because that's one thing I didn't talk about, right? Was if you look at these category ones over here. Let me kind of go back, see if I can find. There it is, right there. These are all 150, right? Vegito, Gogeta, and Beyond Blue, they're dual category 150s. So that's what I didn't talk about here. Dual category 150 on there. So hopefully, once again, Majin Buu Saga is there. It's still a little bit of an upgrade from the 130 attack, but still, it's not 170, right? So now let's quickly talk about part 2, because if this is going to happen here, right, then I say for sure we're going to get a 130% physical LR Kid Buu. Like, we have to. So it's going to be about time that we get one of these, or it could be a special one. It could be like a androids. It could be a Goku Frieza as well. I guess I shouldn't say 100% guarantee, but possibly it's going to be LR 130. And then, hey, you know what? No one's talking about it still. I just want to throw it out again. A new trio. Guys, a new trio, maybe LR 130, maybe LR 170, whatever it is. Goku, Vegeta, and Hercule. It might happen. Remember, it's the second end, part 2. This is part 2 here. Kid Buu, top legendary summoning banner with a trio of Hercule, Vegeta, and Goku. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But anyway, that is my final speculations, right? That's my final speculation. Super Vegito, Buuhan, Kid Buu Part 2, possible a new trio, and then a bunch of rewards and stuff all the way through. We're not going to talk about that, but it should be fun. It's going to last until October, all right? So it's going to be a month plus on the celebration. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the orbs and stones, man. Prestige Worldwide download celebration incoming. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Tell me what your thoughts and predictions are in the comment section below. If you're new to my channel, like, subscribe, comment below, do all that good stuff. Thank you all for watching. Keep on Dokkaning. We'll catch you next time. Later.